Let me splash you back when life first came out of the ocean. Our imaginations manifested real unicorns, mermaids, dragons, and Garuda birds. Yes, it was once upon a time all real, because mythical belief was possible as there were no interruptions of our passions the way nature evolved us. For the values of the few, this still exists, but our modernity has shape-shifted and warped our reality to light by blue screens. However, there are workers doing quiet miracles. Allow me to introduce how your own consciousness evolved, changing the reality of the world. Reality does not arrive whole and finished at your senses. It is filtered, shaped, prioritized, softened, or sharpened by the living health you have evolved and administered by your brain. Your organs, your nervous system, your emotional memory are your intuitive attention. For example, our world does not have color. It is our brains that converts the wavelengths into the rainbow spectrum. Equally, sound is a pressure wave on Earth we interpret. And there is no sound in space. Taste and smells likewise are our own unequal chemical conversions. Each of us internally tune a recipe from a menu of reality by the adaptations of our brains. Dolphins and whales have sonar. Sharks can detect 3 drops of blood underwater a mile away. Bloodhounds can follow a scent for 20 miles, even if it's 3 days old. An octopus have 3 independent brains in their tentacles and change color into their landscape. Consciousness has an independency of its own and does not float above matter like a ghost. It moves through matter, shaping how matter is interpreted, organized, and acted upon. Your brain is not a generator of consciousness, but rather decodes it in its own developed senses. Just like we did not invent mathematics, we discovered it was here all along. In the science of our skulls lives a layered history of evolution. The brainstem and cerebellum, seated near the base of the skull, governs breath, balance, heartbeat, and survival reflexes. Just above it is the limbic structures, including the amygdala, hippocampus, and hypothalamus, nested centrally and slightly behind the eyes, shaping emotion, memory, bonding, fear, and motivation. The mystic ocean of consciousness finds its own reflection in humans by the thalamus, by integrated sensations of awareness, expanding outward and upward into the cerebral hemispheres, forming distinct regions. The occipital lobes at the back of the skull for vision, the temporal lobes at the sides for hearing, language, and memory, the parietal lobes at the crown for spatial awareness and embodiment, and finally the frontal lobes, resting behind the forehead, governing reasoning, empathy, imagination, and moral choice. These are unique to humans as 9 functional evolved territories. The brain does not merely observe reality. We are able to develop the unicorn, mermaid, and dragon in many disguises. For we are the most mythical creatures that by belief can become active by the power of love. Our inventions have proved this miracle. The brain translates consciousness as a station frequency by the level of your health in each organ and their relationships of the functions. By an emotional, psychological intelligence, which you know as intuition, it is a symphony, as a temporal rhythm of instincts. And this was long before language existed, how you interpreted life. Your heart does not merely pump blood. It is made up of 1/3 brain cells. It registers safety, belonging, and truthfulness faster than thought. A burdened heart that we have all suffered from can snow our emotions until one day we freeze. But it also proves that you can practice love till one day your heart grows wings for the soul. Your liver's intuition is an astral portal to your soul dreams, in extraordinary imaginations of intricate strategies. Your lungs are a fitness of motivation in your relationship, from grief to inspiration. Many of your philosophies fail simply because there was no compassion or forgiveness, and unconditional love was not practiced. Your kidneys are a compass of direction. They store ancestral memory, survival, security, but also fear. They balance by a prediction of faith and belief without force. Better equipped by a discipline of spiritual practices, keeping balance. Your digestive system also has a direct link to the brain and processes not only food, but life's truth ambassador of supporting pure and impure experiences as a conscious identity to do good. If it is overloaded, you call this anxiety, escalating to colon problems, if you are unable to let go and change. This is the holistic anchors where consciousness can be monitored from pulses through the meridians, an electrical magnetic force we feel in our emotions. Creatures of the sea and reefs appear more present, more attuned, more. Do not let your life be as a fish in the ocean drowning of thirst. Do not live suspended in imagined futures or drowned in unfinished pasts, for they drift equally within their own dream tides. What does it whisper to you that molds, fungi and mushrooms, landscape the green garments of earth? How flowers learn emotion before language, while insects pollinated medicines long before you ever wore human skin. Yes, you were imagined first. Because we are one, everything has contributed to our existence. In the long currents of Earth time, 16 human species in a variety of forms rose and folded back into one, through 7 genetic experiments of change and 5 major extinctions on Earth. When the mind commands without listening to the body, life becomes rigid, brittle, disconnected. When emotion rises without guidance, the world feels like a storm with no shoreline. I offer you the faith of an angelic soul to be imagined as a quiet guardian of balance. This option evolves love and peace. My passion becomes service as a light of sensitivity becoming your protection. And it is my great honor of who I am that my gift is this blessing that goes out to you unconditionally. Come swim in the whispers of my guidance to evolve the mythical creature in your soul. Learn the currents of light. If you try to change the world with force, argument and rigid belief, while ignoring your own inner tides and currents, the quality of consciousness will become divine, moving through, so you can reshape the glory of your destiny. This is spiritual hygiene, not by spell, not in haste, but as a lifetime ritual, faithfully alive. And it begins by taking care lovingly to all the little things, particularly the essence behind your words. Be a guide for navigating tides in your light journeys. Let me remind you, yes, you're now a solar-powered creature stewarding your own freedom. Learn how to gently sing in your emotions as angelic messages, and not be bludgeoned by the jabber tongues from bad diets that ghost you as a secret monster. Do not reside outside the cosmos. Join what creation has given you. The mermaid of my soul swims in your breath and thoughts and shimmering on your waters to bring you peace and comfort. Whenever you need to reflect unconditional love in the great omni-divine presence of soul creation.